Hi guys, I'm Becca Otis from Five Lines Pottery, and I'm located in Van.
And I'm Ryan Durbin from RD Ceramics, located in Highland Heights, Kentucky.
And welcome to Wheel Talk.
Recording begun. We're live.
Hello, we're live.
Hello. End of
Hello.
January. We made it.
Did we?
Well,
Did we?
almost. Almost. February should be busy, but yeah.
February's gonna be hell, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, are you counting down the days to the hand surgery yet?
No. Yes,
Yes, no.
kind of. It's just that like my boss came and he was like, "How's your hand feeling, Becca?" And I was like, "Fucking terrible." And he's and because it just I'm not getting any sleep right now
Mm.
because I wake up with in pain. So, am I counting down the days? No. Am I counting down the days? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I'm
Do you
not
have to
counting
wear
down
like
the
the
days.
hand sock kind of things or like compression things? Do you still do? I
It
know you
doesn't
kind of
help.
used to wear those.
I've tried every fucking thing in the book. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
And I even called the doctor's office and was like, listen, I cannot. I was like, I am waking up every 2 hours because my hand falls asleep and I'm in so much pain. And she was like, well, just try taking some ibuprofen and we can't really do anything except for give you surgery. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, wow, so helpful, thanks. Um, so
All
that's
right.
kind
Well,
of where I'm
hopefully.
at right now. I have my pre-op appointment tomorrow, so maybe I can like learn new things. And don't worry, I'm taking Andrew so that somebody listens. Um,
Yeah, hopefully they give you. I mean, what do you do with like they're just like, okay, this is what's going to happen. You're going to come in this day. It's going to take about this long. You're going to need somebody to help you to and from.
yeah, like I have no
This is
clue.
this is what kind of pain you can expect immediately after. These are the kind of medicines you're going to be on.
Like how, yeah, like how long is this gonna take? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
So,
recovery typically takes this long. We recommend you do this or not do this.
yeah. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're less than a month away, so
But I want to tell you about a project I'm working on related to my hands, kind of. Um, and I can say this on here because I know she's never going to listen. This is a late Christmas present, and one of my friends is a chronic smoker. Okay, she's like a really she smokes a lot, and so I got one of her packs of cigarettes, like just the empty pack, and I made her ceramic cigarettes, and I measured them so that they shrink to the
uh-huh.
right size, hopefully. And so I
Yeah.
made like 20 of
So the
them.
ones in your hand right there are ceramic.
Yeah, these are ceramic. They look real, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them that clearly, but I mean, they do look real.
Yeah, so I painted them last week. I did the ends in yellow and then the whites. And I did it in red clay so the ends would be black like tobacco. And I even made a little nub.
That's pretty cool.
I made a nub. I made one that was half smoked.
Uh-huh.
I made one that was on fire. And I made one that has a hole in it so she can blow bubbles out of it. But what's even funnier about
It
this
looks
is,
like that one looks like a one hitter or something.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. And so I'm painting on them, right? I'm doing like little fun paintings, not on all of them, but on a
Oh,
lot of them, so that
yeah.
they have their own kind of like personality. And what's funny about it is that this isn't funny, but then it is funny at the same time. What's not funny is that the friend that I'm doing it for actually had a stroke on Christmas. She is
Mm.
fine. She is fine, but she's having a hard time using her left side of her body. And what's funny about it is that I can't use my right hand. So I'm painting these with my left hand. And I'm going to tell her that since she can't use her left hand, I did.
great. Be
So they're
like,
very late,
yeah,
obviously,
wow.
but they're getting done. So
See, you just need, like, when did you start this project?
mo long before Christmas.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, you need projects like this that you're just passionate about, that you're just making cool shit because I could see you explaining it and showing all the details, and you're like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah, well, no, I did it probably like 2 weeks before Christmas. And I knew that I wasn't going to get it done by Christmas, but,
But I mean,
you
that's not a
know,
small project. You're making 20 clay cigarettes plus they got little characteristics to them. You're painting them now.
yeah.
So it's about a month and a half you've been doing it, but
And for those wondering at home, I did not make a cigarette box. I conned her into give me one of her old ones because I think it's funnier because they should fit inside once they shrink. They should fit perfectly. And so,
is it going to be
I,
full?
no, because I broke some and I was like, I'm not fucking making any more of these.
Because it's probably
Um,
hard to make them perfectly straight, I would guess.
it was incredibly difficult. Yes.
Yeah. Because you didn't
Uh,
they're not extruded.
they are extruded. I actually had
Oh.
to, this is great. So they are extruded. I extruded them from a syringe that I drilled out to be the right size.
Oh. Okay.
So I cut off the front of the syringe and then I drilled into it. And then I
Mm-hmm.
put a little piece of clay and then pushed it out. So I like
Right.
made my own. Um, so and yeah, so when they came out, they all curled, obviously. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I was curious how many you had to make to get what would you get, like 12 or 15 or so
I
that are
have
good?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then I have one nub and one half.
I mean, that's basically a full pack.
Yeah, I did it so I could fit the whole pack in. And also I have a little container for bubbles. So I was thinking that I might put a partial pack in and then put the bubbles in.
Are you gonna like paint on the box so the box is a little different on the back or something so it you know that it's not
I wasn't
so
thinking
she
of that.
doesn't
That
like
was
mix it up or something? I don't know.
I don't think she will. But that is
Because when you
not
showed me
a
the box, I thought
terrible.
maybe you were gonna take the little triangular area and like draw a design in it or something.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea because I could take this plastic off
Uh-huh. Or you
and
could
then
draw it on the plastic and then you slide it over and it, I don't know.
yeah,
Think,
like I could draw it on the box and then slide the plastic over it so
hmm,
that it covers it, you know?
yeah,
That might be fun. Yeah, I might do that. That's a good idea, Ryan.
yeah.
So, yeah, this is the pro I mean, I know I could probably sell a whole bunch of these. I just I don't know.
All right, so clay cigarettes. Not the
Yeah.
candy cigarettes, but clay cigarettes.
But clay cigarettes, yes. And like it, and they should be the exact, and also it should be noted that these are 100s. So they are 100 millimeters, milligrams.
100 means they're longer, right?
Yeah. So they're
100
they're
milligrams?
normally shorter. These ones are long.
Nice.
So yeah, she like smokes specific ones. And yeah, so it.
Fun project. So you're basically trying to get these done by
The
your
times
surgery, I bet.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm trying to get them done kind of by her surgery. So, it by my surgery, and then I'll find her and give them to her because she's not at work anymore, just because she's recovering. So,
Oh, so she's there local to you all. Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, nice. You don't have to worry about shipping it.
for
You could
sure.
just hand deliver it and say, "Hey, I are you gonna like come up with a story of like, hey, I think you left these in the break room or
Yeah,
something. I found these. Are these yours?" And then she opens them and
I'll be like, I bought you a pack of cigarettes. You remember that one pack that I borrowed? The empty pack?
oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Um,
yeah, you can come up with something good.
I'll come up with something. But
Nice. I bet she'll fucking love that.
I think she will. What it's funny is that she's like really big on Christmas. And so like giving gifts and stuff like that. And I told her and she was like, I don't want a gift. And I said, well, I'm gonna give you a gift, but it's not something you could buy. And she was like,
Mm,
okay. And I'm like, and I said, it's not something you could buy and you don't have it. And she was like, okay, I can deal
that's
with that.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's good to have creative friends.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, who's gonna go out of their way to do something like that rather than like, oh, I searched all over the internet and I found something that I think you would enjoy. It's like, no, I spent a lot of hours doing this thing.
Yeah, well, and it's like a fun, a fun little, yeah, it's just something fun and stupid, you know?
It's got a little Trump Loy, Tim Kowalczyk kind of
Yeah. And
characteristics to it. I
like,
wonder if you use like paper clay or something and if it would make it like lighter or something.
oh yeah. Well, and the thing is that I would love for her to stop smoking, but it would also be, I'm not expecting that to happen, obviously, but I was like, if you ever stop smoking, then you can have these instead and just pretend.
Hmm. I could see a little, I could see like a, obviously people have ashtrays and stuff, but like an ashtray, and then you have little crumbles of clay that are kind of dark like ashes
Oh
that
yeah.
are like stuck on the ashtray maybe,
Yeah,
and
that's
then you
good.
put the little cigarette butts in there that you made,
That's
or
a
the
good
half smoked
idea.
ones,
I was gonna
or you
make
just
an
like leave
ash
it in the break room like that or something. I don't know.
I was gonna make an ashtray um for one of the ladies that I do lunch with. And she also smokes. And so there's two people we have like a group of four that we eat lunch with, and two of us don't smoke, and then two of us do. One smokes a vape and one doesn't. So I was gonna make an ashtray and we call ourselves the lunch bunch. And so I was gonna call us the lunch bunch where we smoke and we munch. Like
Mm. And then you could pull out your ceramic cigarette and just like act like you're smoking while you're sitting there.
yeah,
You go out on break and you're just puffing on your ceramic cigarette.
with bubbles.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, people do sell like ceramic cigarettes with bubbles. I don't know who, but I saw it recently. So,
I've seen like there's a guy on Instagram that has like a fake movie cigarette kind of.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it. I don't think it actually like puffs or anything or smokes or anything, but it looks like it's a lit cigarette. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. How are
Does
you,
it
Ryan?
does it in skits. I'm good. I have got some time to make a lot this weekend with it being very cold out and snowy, and it's been nice to have the heater in the studio, close the doors, and just be comfortable in there because I feel like it's cold everywhere else in the house.
How much snow did you guys get?
We got about 12 inches.
Holy shit, a whole foot?
Hmm.
Damn.
So luckily we didn't really have to go anywhere for a couple days and took a little time to dig the car. I mean, we did have to go to the post office, but that was not a big deal. So,
Yeah.
kind of didn't really have to, most of it hit Sunday and then kind of spent a little time um, Monday getting dug out and then going up the street just to drop stuff at the
Yeah.
post office. I don't feel like walking out there in this temperature, so
I don't
we've
blame you.
been driving the last couple days. Plus, walking down the street and then getting on the sidewalk, like that's not shoveled, so I'd be just plowing through a bunch of, you know, 8 inches of snow or whatever on the sidewalk, and I don't really want to be doing that and going over like the snow banks and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Um, we have a weather dad at Speedball, and he's our HR guy. And he's like he's like the most weather dad you could ever get. And it has been hilarious watching him just be in his moment the last couple of days. Today, like he sends us like texts. We have group text threads or whatever, and he's like, "You don't have to come in today." And and like stuff like that. But then today like we all showed up and he was ushering people into the parking lot, making sure that everybody got there safely into the
Oh
right
my
parking
gosh.
lot. He is such a dad and it is the best thing ever. And I think I'm gonna get him a shirt that says Weather Dad. And
Mm,
even the President Dave was like, "Oh, it might snow this weekend." And I was like, "Did Chris say it was gonna snow? Because if Chris didn't say it was gonna snow, it's not gonna snow." So
yeah, we need to wait for the Friday weather report from Chris.
yeah, like he's
The
classic weather dad.
weekend weather report from Chris.
That's right. I'm gonna get him a shirt that says Weather Dad.
Yeah, that sounds great. Does he, well, I'm guessing you all have some company that comes and like snow plows the parking lot and stuff like that, but he's probably salting it and salting the
Oh, he had the
sidewalk and stuff.
salting ready on Friday. He was ready. Also, they don't have a company that comes and does it.
What?
Apparently,
Is it a big parking lot?
yes, it's a huge parking lot. And there's a hill to get into the parking lot. So that
Oh,
road was like super icy. That was mostly the issue. And apparently all the managers came yesterday and were like breaking up the ice and like shoveling the ice and shit like that.
really? Damn.
Yeah. I guess
Hey,
like
nobody's coming in this day, but we're gonna come and park at the bottom of the hill so we can break up this ice so people can
yeah,
get here the next day.
the dedication. You should have seen my manager's face when the boss lady was like, "Yeah, we were here yesterday." And he was like, you could just see in his face like I did not want to be here. Like he can't hide his face, so like
Yeah. It's
it
like
was
not part of my job description
it
to
was
shovel
very
snow.
apparent that he was not excited. He is not a weather dad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to do that at your house too, and then you've got to go out to work and do the same thing in a much
Yeah.
larger scale with at least you have a team, but yeah, I had to be like, can we like hire somebody to do this?
Right.
Well,
So
it
you got
doesn't
a lot of
happen that
shit done?
often there though. I mean, it doesn't snow
No.
like that where you all are or get a lot of
No.
ice, but
Also, it didn't snow, Ryan. It rained ice. I've never seen this before. It was like little balls of ice.
sleeting rain or
Yeah,
yeah.
like sleet rain. It was so wild. Like I didn't see a single snowflake.
So it was like hail and then it kind of melted and then it like froze again.
It was like itty bitty hail. It was like it wasn't even Dippin' Dots hail. It was like a quarter
Oh,
of Dippin' Dots hail.
like Italian ice.
Yeah, like a
Okay.
snow cone.
Yeah, that sounds
Kind of.
good.
It was wild.
Yeah. So anyways, I've been getting some good studio time in,
That's awesome.
working through my list. That's been fun. Um, yeah, that's most of it. Kind of planning my month ahead with I got my first batch of bookkeeping workshops out to my getting started to my folks that have joined in the past. So sent that out. That was a big to do around early January when I was going to ClayCon and starting to get some of that computer work done. So got that out. Got a few people in there. Paid for that. Set up a frequently asked questions on my website for the bookkeeping stuff. So when people buy it, they can access that for free as well. And I'll be announcing new workshops for those who have not joined before pretty soon. I That'll be an email list uh, notification first. So if people want to sign up for that and get a look at your income and expenses for the year and keep track of it without having to pay for like a QuickBooks or whatever, I'll have a link down in the description with the email list to sign up to find out about that first. But it always kind of sneaks up on me because it is definitely a beginning of the year. Like people are doing their taxes for last year and then thinking about this year and oh, I want to like do this and track my business stuff and goals and all that stuff and kind of sneaks up on me. And I get some
Oh, I
questions
bet.
from people, but it's a nice money maker at this time of year before I
Yeah,
start actually doing shows and everything. I've just got to it's all on me to get the documents ready, plan the dates, market the dates, get people signed up and all that stuff. So, but
yeah.
I am going to increase the price on it this year. So, hopefully that helps a little bit, but I don't want to stress about trying to do like a crazy amount of marketing and advertising. I kind of want like a solid number of, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 people and just see how that
Yeah.
goes. So, but I mean, it was like, I need to get some of this computer stuff done so I can get back in the studio. And I feel confident enough that I've got
You got it.
a decent amount done that I'm like, okay, I can take studio time and don't feel like it's difficult because I'm on this computer all day for work. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to be on the computer 8 hours and then have to do another 4 hours of computer work for the business stuff.
For sure.
But, it's always a balance. But on the weekend, some of the weekends I was taking some time, like 2 to 3 hours to do some computer stuff. And then I'm like, okay, I feel good about this and getting
Yeah.
some emails written and scheduling those and working through it that way. But
So, are you gonna get your taxes done in time?
yeah, I always get them done in time. I've never done an
Have
extension.
you already gotten them going?
No. I mean, I got all my income and expenses, my budgeting and all that stuff is documented for the end of the year. Yes. Um, I'm getting I'm getting like 1099s in from Etsy and Square and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have to send those 1099s out to Erica and you.
Yeah.
So I still got to do that, but um yeah, it's not too it makes it really easy when it comes to and we just got in the mail the information from our CPA about taxes and stuff, so I got to look that over and make sure I get everything, but usually stuff starts flowing in with, investment accounts and retirement accounts and all those 1099s we get. Some shows well, not shows, but yeah, some of the shows I do, like at Queen City Clay, they usually send me a 1099 and for doing one of their holiday shows. And then some of the people I wholesale with, or not wholesale, I don't know that I've ever got one for wholesale. I got one from some of the like sponsors and stuff for the podcast. So just getting all
Yeah.
those random documents together and making sure I don't forget anything. So
That's
yeah,
fair.
I feel like I normally do it probably like mid-March, something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think you do. I need to do mine. This will be the first year that maybe I don't have to pay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you've been paying with your W-2, so hopefully it's
Yeah.
calculated properly and you're not owing
Yeah.
anything.
I mean an upfront cost payment, but yes. Um, yeah.
Do you like that better? I suspect it's way different. I mean, there's less money in your pocket from your paycheck, but
I mean,
is it like
I
peace of mind not having to worry about paying
kinda,
at the end?
but also I don't know how much I'll get, It's been a while since I've had a regular job and didn't have something else that took money away from taxes. Yeah, I think the biggest tax return I've ever gotten was like $100. So,
I mean, that's pretty dead on. That's about what it should be.
is that how it should be? I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
if you get like $1,000 back, that means that you should have got that money during the year. You overpaid the government
Yeah,
and they owe you money.
because I
And
didn't withhold anything, right? That's what you normally do, right?
yeah, I mean, you do like whatever you're filing for zero or whatever because you don't have any dependents or
Yeah.
You know, or if you have other like W-2 jobs that take money or something, then you would, claim it there, but not claim it on something else. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, ideally you want it to zero out, pretty much zero. I mean,
Yeah, my
if you
mom
end up
always
owing
said,
money, hopefully it's not enough that you
yeah, my mom
can't
always said you
handle.
want the government not to mess up. Like you would ra she'd rather have you mess up than the government.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably better to overpay than underpay, but
Yeah.
you could be doing stuff with that money throughout the year and then don't treat it as like a bonus because it's your money. You just didn't take it throughout the year.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna tell you something. I forgot. But yeah.
All right. Last time we chatted, we had some takeaways for things that you were gonna do. And I wrote down the notes for what we were gonna check up on.
Right.
Do you
And
remember those three? I wrote three things down from your goal episode that we just did, and you were gonna work towards something in the last week. Obviously, we had a storm, so that probably
yeah,
impacted it.
and nobody's surprised that I did none of them. Um,
Well, you did one. So what were the three things? Do you
but I
remember, or
did
do you want
other
me to read
things.
them?
I did other things though. Um, okay. Do you want to read them?
Sure. So the three that I had from the episode, because I listened back to the episode before we published it, you were gonna get sticker designs into Printify.
Yep.
So, get them done, get them into Printify so they can be ready to be published, I guess. You're going to make mini mugs and time yourself,
Yep.
and you were going to reach out to Zipporah for a workshop
Right. And one of
to
those
start
was done.
planning a workshop.
One of those was done for me by Ryan.
Hmm.
Um,
Which was
because
what?
Ryan's been my business partner for 7 years and he knows who I am. Which was reach out to Sephora.
Yes, I talked to Zipporah and I was like, hey, Becca's doing this planning thing. She's thinking about workshops. I recommended you. Can you please proactively reach out to Becca because I'm not sure if she's going to, and it would be a nice load off if you reach out.
And she did. She reached out today, of which I haven't responded. Um,
Nice. Got
but
the
to be
connection made.
fair,
That's good.
I was at work. So, um, yeah, so that hasn't been done. The mini mugs, I this was like last week. I don't know if, or was it 2 weeks ago? I don't know, but
You talking about when we recorded it?
it was last week, right?
It was last Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was last Tuesday when we recorded.
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do mini mugs. And then on, I don't know, Friday, my hand hurt so bad at work that I cried. So I I basically was like, I can't do this. Um I'm off. I felt like doing the mini mugs might take too much toll on my hands.
Hmm.
But I did think about it. It's not like I didn't think about it. I did. I just,
Yeah.
and also I haven't been to the studio at all just because of the snow.
Hmm.
Um, like the only thing we've done is gone and said hi to the cats to make sure they're good. But driving at night is not possible due to the ice. So, haven't done that. Haven't done that. I but I will say that one of those days I went in and I put little lines on the cups that I made. I did
Hmm.
11 cups and they're trimmed and they are I put them in the kiln today. Okay? So I did get something done. It's not like
Hmm.
I didn't get something done to make money. I did. So I
And
put
then
those.
you mentioned the stickers. You got the stickers designed, or maybe you already had that done last week. I don't know.
Yeah, I have them drawn. I just need to like put them into Printify. this is where it gets really hard because it's like I'm a 90% finisher, so if I get 90% of the way, I'm like, great, good to go. So, I will try to do print to five. Also, I think that like recently I've just had a really hard time being like finishing something and then saying like, "Oh, this is done. Would you like to buy them?"
Hmm.
It's just been hard. So I need to do that. I will do it this week. I promise. I will
All
do it.
right.
I will do it.
We're gonna check in with you. I mean, we're not gonna check in a week because we're gonna tell you why, but we're gonna tell
Yeah.
you all why here pretty soon. But
We'll post it on our stories. I will do
yeah.
it on Friday when I edit the podcast or Saturday, Friday or
Okay,
Saturday.
so by the time this is out, we should we
Yes.
should see some update. Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Because mostly because I think that part of me is like, oh shit, this is actually happening. And I'm nervous and, you know,
So so does the trying to make them I mean, you did the lines on the cups and stuff, but does the m- you trying to make the mini mugs or feeling like, "Oh, was that an anomaly or is that like, ooh, that's a limitation for me for the next month before the surgery? Are you going to be able to make stuff or just not that?"
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I gotta go to my appointment tomorrow and see what they say. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, I think that I just like am a little nervous about like what I should be doing before the surgery and like I don't want to make it too painful.
I wonder, I don't know, that would be a good question to ask. Are you more worried about me damaging my hand more before we get into surgery or damaging it on the rehab after because I start
R-
working too quickly?
Right, exactly. Like yeah, I've got a lot of questions for tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, so I think I kind of just wanted to wait until this appointment just to see where I'm at. But I do think mini mugs are a go. I also was going to tell you, I think this Saturday, hopefully, I'll do this is something I can do with my left hand very easily is fidget stones
Mm,
for you.
nice.
So I'm gonna do that. And yeah, so it's just lots of moving parts right now, and I'm a little stressed, a little overwhelmed. It's fine.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, hopefully the meeting or the appointment helps and then gives you some like, okay, this is what I can realistically do in the next 3 weeks.
yeah,
And this is what's like, okay, that can wait,
yeah,
you know.
for sure. Um, yeah. So
Okay,
stickers I will get up by this weekend, and I have a post planned.
sweet.
Um, I think like I
You
have a
got like a
video.
marketing strategy kind of idea.
Yeah. Oh, also, I told you already, but I'll tell the world. I went and got I got my eyes checked yesterday, and I kind of said this before, but I was planning on getting the Meta AI glasses.
The Ray-Ban Metas or something or
Yeah, because I really want to start filming while I'm throwing and like from my perspective,
hmm.
and because I think that would be really cool teaching wise too. To be like, this is what you're looking at.
Yeah. Have you hooked it up or anything? Is it just can it, I'm curious if it's just straight video recording and then you have to take it, or can you like live, can you connect it with like a Zoom account and that be your camera? You're like,
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
because that'd be
But
nice if you can join a workshop while you're doing your efficiency
hmm
throwing. This is one of the attendees on your eyes, and then the
right.
camera is facing you from a different direction. You can show two different perspectives.
Yeah, I'll see how that works. But anyway, they come in a couple weeks, but that I got a discount because of my insurance, kind of, not really. But with prescriptions, it came out to be
Mm.
good. So, because
Do
I
they have
think
different styles or is it kind of like one static look?
they have the classic Wayfarers and then they have the more modern Wayfarer look that's a little bit more rounded, but that's about it, I think.
Hmm.
And they have
Okay.
different colors, I think, but The one she said was like there was only one that was like blue. So I got the matte black.
Mm, okay. Yeah, I figured they probably upcharged you on any fancy colors or something.
I know. Anyway,
Yeah, I need to go to an eye doctor. Rachel and I both need to. We haven't. The last time I went, my prescription didn't change from like a year and a half prior to that. So I honestly haven't been in like probably a year and a half or 2 years. I think 2 years.
it's been 3 or 4 for me and it did change just a smidge.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of settled into prescription that's good, but yeah, it did. I mean, I'm paying for the insurance, so or I think for us, vision might be included. It might be something that my employer completely pays for, but yeah, still need to do it though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll check in. We'll see what you're up to. And are we ready to talk about what's new? What's going on? Like what we're talking
I'm
about today?
ready.
Okay. So this is different. We're not doing like a typical format. We're basically announcing what we're doing with the podcast the rest of the year. So for those that have been around a long time, we started this in August of 2019.
So it's been
And
7 years almost.
oh my gosh, yeah, about 6.5 as of now,
Mm-hmm.
ish, 6.5 ish. So in that time, we pretty much released a new episode every single week over
Because
that
Ryan's
time
a psychopath.
because I am very disciplined and I am like, this is the standard I set for myself. So we're fucking doing it.
Let's just say the army missed a good one on that one. Could have been a general by
It
now.
it's hard not to once I've started doing something, I'm like, okay, something drastically has to be different for me to stop doing something. So, and we're not stopping the podcast, but we are shifting what we're doing with the release schedule and recordings and all that stuff. So,
Remind me later. I remembered. I'm reading a book right now, but I don't want to interrupt you, but remind me later to tell you guys what book I'm reading. Okay, continue.
mm, okay. Um, yeah, so basically the biggest change we're doing with the podcast is we are moving away from weekly episodes and
Also, this
shifting.
was this was not my idea.
This was my idea, but it was for both of us because I
It was definitely inspired by Becca, but it was
it
Ryan actually
well,
came to me, which was kind of exciting.
yeah, so we're shifting from weekly episodes to more of a season format and having breaks in between seasons. So this year is going to look like about 3 seasons. We're already 1 month into the year. So we'll have something like 3 seasons for the rest of the year. We'll have a
Mm-hmm.
month break in between, and that's kind of what we're looking at for the rest of 2026, and we'll kind of get into the details. But um yeah, so you said I definitely came to you with it. Like how'd you feel about it when I did? Or like how do you feel about it um like looking forward?
I'm so stoked. I, I mean, you would think that it sounds like it's a lot less work. It's not necessarily a lot less work because we are going to be working like the point of this, I think for us specifically, is to make it a little bit higher quality in the sense of like we're thinking more about the topics. We're trying to decide the topics early, like beforehand, and so that way we can have um more of more of
It's more
like
proactive than
yeah, it's a
reactive in my opinion.
exactly. Because in the past like 6 years, we've just like shown up and been like, what do you want to talk about today? And which has worked fine, but since we're not a specifically like um what's the word I'm looking for? And we don't interview um
Yeah, we're not strictly
primarily.
interview based where a lot of the content is coming from who we're talking to
Right.
and
I
they're
think that
speaking. We have to we're producing most of the content ourselves.
right. I think that we could definitely benefit from like, just oh yeah, like this is what we're going to talk about and then I can think about it during the day and Ryan can think about it and we can have more of an in-depth conversation and or kind of like researched conversation almost. So I'm excited about that.
Hmm.
And I'm excited about having a plan, something to like look forward to, something to, and like a little bit more structure, but also having that like month off in between. I have been yearning for that for years.
Yeah, you've been mentioning the I don't I feel like it started with just, hey, can we take a month off from I
It
don't
was
know,
when
you
you were in
said
Italy.
releasing in Italy. I mean, Italy was like 2018 or something. Or not
No,
2018.
no, it wasn't.
Italy?
Was it Italy?
Italy was a long time
What was
ago.
the last one you did?
Spain and Portugal?
It was Spain. It was the Spain one. So like when he left to go to Spain, I was like, "Hey, we should not like, we should take that month off." And he thought I was quitting. And then um
That was in middle of 2024.
yeah,
That
and
was like a 10-day trip or something like that.
yeah, and so we took like a month and we pre-recorded everything, and it was great to have like a little bit of a break. And I think that me personally, I'm excited about it because we can do the book club, like we can, you know, not that I'm bored of Ryan, but we talk a lot, and so having
Hmm.
a little more variety is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think I definitely felt it at the end of 2025 when we were doing this week to week and
It was
recording the
tough.
same week that we were releasing.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a little too tight because I know I I know that we, we both need the um
The cushion.
the extra week of cushion because for me
Hmm.
it gives me peace of mind that we're ready and we're not going to do something
Hmm.
that we have to perform that week. And then also I think for your sake, I don't know what your energy level is going to be from
Hmm.
week to week. So I don't want to stress you out to, okay, we have to do it this week because we have to we release it on Saturday. So you have to basically be here to record and perform, quote unquote, because we don't have another option. And
Hmm.
I don't want to put you in that position because I know it can be tough. And I've noticed with, the energy levels, and I'm sure listeners might have noticed too, that it's like, it's not always the same every episode. So, um,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
my
yeah.
energy levels had dropped some too during
Yeah.
the very end of the year of, with the holiday hustle bustle and my
Yeah.
show schedule in the fall with X number of shows and X number of weeks. Like it's pretty tough. So, I think
Yeah.
having that extra cushion will definitely help.
Yeah. And I think that like, I think that the world would love for me to have like adjusted to having a regular job like right away, like within 2 weeks. But to be completely honest, I'm a broken human being and I have a lot of health issues that are not seen. And like most of that comes from being just exhausted all the time. And I'm lucky that you understand that.
Hmm.
But it's been a really, really rough year, especially with the depression and everything like that. So, so having I like the thought that we can like plan ahead and maybe record ahead,
Mm.
like a month
Like
ahead
weeks ahead. Yeah.
is really exciting for me because then I am less stressed when I have to text you and say, I can't do it today. Because
Right.
that does happen. That does happen where I just like I like I cried all day at work and I can't.
Hmm. Yeah, and I don't want to make you have to show up because it's like we
Right.
have to do something, so you got to suck it up and make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. And
Hmm.
yeah, I am excited about it. And I think everybody knows that I love a good like research situation. So if
Hmm.
if like I like the nitty-gritty of like educational stuff. So if we can get into some episodes where like I can think about it for a long time and also like research a few things, I'd be excited about that, you know?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's pretty. uh it's a lot to expect that we can see a listener question and, for example, and say, I mean, I can generally look at it and be like, okay, that's about 30 minutes of content looking at that question from what we've
Mhm.
historically talked about and what I think we could talk about related to that thing. But it's also, is that something that we're interested in talking about? Or is it something that, we could talk about it, but it wouldn't be as good a quality unless if we researched it for a little bit, maybe thought about it for a couple days, even just like, hey, what if we talk about this in 2 weeks and we think about
Yeah.
it and like you just get a little bit more time to stew on it.
Yeah, for sure. And also, it should be noted that we are not talking about it being a higher quality editing. That's never going to happen. So just don't
I,
hold your breath on
I
that.
would like to research Riverside
Yeah,
to see what tools are out there that if, you know, like what it would look like financially to pay for a little something if it could automate some of the editing for us.
for sure. I agree. I would say that I could be wrong, but I would say that we have been doing this such a long time that we kind of naturally edit ourselves in a way. Like we don't usually let time lapse so long. And we don't say we don't we are pretty good about speaking, pretty, I don't know, like
We've
what
improved over time for sure.
yeah, for sure. We've
Because you're
improved
more
over time.
conscious of it, you hear yourself listening back or
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know what that kind of a program does. Like, I know what it does for somebody who says and has a space that's like 10
I'm
seconds
just
long.
curious if it takes, hey,
But
this is an hour and a half episode and it's going to cut it down to an hour and 15. You don't realize until you actually, I think a
yeah,
lot of it, we wouldn't notice it go away, what gets edited. And it's like, oh, if you
yeah,
just remove some of those pauses, it actually speeds things up, but it still sounds natural.
yeah,
And I mean, sometimes I do need to think about what I'm going to say. So, I mean, just a few minutes ago, like there was a pause because I was thinking what I was actually wanting to
for
say.
sure.
And, you don't really realize it. I don't know what it would sound like different, but it would be nice to just try and
Yeah,
see what it is. And if it's just the click of a button, upload the episode, click it, it edits it, it gives you the parts that it cuts out, or it,
right.
uh,
I would be curious to see what that looks like, and I'm sure that the people that hate us would also be curious to see what that looks like. But, we'll see.
yeah, I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say that some comments about editing, like I have no impact hearing them. I do
Oh
see
yeah,
them, but it's not like,
but could give
but
no
I'm
shits.
also reasonable with, okay, what can we do? What's in our, you know, what's realistic and what's okay. I don't want to spend an hour per episode editing, and you don't want
That's
to
what I
do that
used to
either.
do. Well, I didn't even used to edit it. I used to listen to the whole thing. I don't even listen to the whole thing now. I just listen to the front, the back, and the middle. Like,
Hmm.
you know,
And I'll
and
listen to one out of every maybe eight or so now.
yeah. And I feel like we've
Listen
gotten to a
back.
really good spot, where I mean, we are what we are.
Yeah, I think the interviews have improved too.
Oh yeah.
Some of the flow with conversation and not having even some of the ones with more people, like the one with Bill and Gabriel. I thought
Yeah.
that flowed really nicely. There was four of us. We had a time sensitive time box of when we could
Yeah.
record, and I think it improved the quality
I agree.
overall. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
there's
I'm definitely most looking forward to the higher quality, more time to think about it, and having that cushion so that if something comes up, it's expected that we are going
hmm
to shift schedules because we expect things are going to come up. Things have
hmm
always come up. They will continue to come up.
yeah. So
And
can you relay again what the schedule kind of looks like for
okay,
the people in the back?
so for the first season of the year, it's going to be we'll take the entire month of February off, so no new episodes releasing in the month of February. So you'll have to find your fix with other episodes or other podcasts in that meantime. And we're going to start the first season in March. So tentatively, we have that between March and May. It may not be every single week during the those 3 months, but that's kind of what we're looking at. There are 13 Saturdays in that month, but we're looking to probably release about, I would say, 8 to 10 episodes during that time period.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be season one. And we'll go into like what is in each of those, like what's within a season. And then we'll basically take the month of June off, and then we'll come back for the summer season in July. So that'll be July, June, July, August, something like that for 2 months. And we'll have about eight or so episodes there, 8 to 10 episodes. There's 9 weeks during those months. And then we'll take the month of September off, and then we'll come back during October and November to release the fall, quote unquote, fall season at the end of the year. So, and that'll be about 8 to 10 episodes, something like that. And then maybe one in the month of December to close out the year.
Yeah.
So that's the current schedule we're looking at, and we'll continue, recording ahead of time. I think we're planning to record a couple episodes during the month of February, and then we'll release them in that spring season, so that we're planning ahead and we got that cushion, and we'll keep recording and all that during the season. And what we're looking at for within each season. So there's kind of, I mean, if you've been around long enough, you've heard the mixture of all the different types of episodes we've recorded. One of the quarterly staples we've had the last year or so has been the book club episode. So we'll have a book club episode in a season. So we'll be covering a new book each season. And Taylor will hopefully join us for that. We always love having
Well,
Taylor.
they better. We
Yeah.
won't have book club without Taylor, obviously.
Yes. And
Taylor's a staple.
I and I think the plan for that is that we're going to get our email list a little bit more involved to help us vote on that book. So if you want to participate in the voting, we still might put it on Instagram, but I think might be a good opportunity for the email list to participate in that. And then I would love to do a giveaway with whatever book we end up doing too
Yeah, love
with
that.
the email list. So book club, we will also have interview episodes within a season. So that might be three or so interviews, I think is what we're looking
Mm-hmm.
at. So that'd be about a third of the episodes would be interviews. And we'll have a mixture of folks. It could be folks that you've heard before. It could be new folks. It will likely be a mixture of both of those. And then we will have some Ryan and Becca episodes. So these would be kind of your typical episodes you're used to the most. And then we will have, I'm calling it like a quote unquote stand-in co-host episode. So it will likely be one of us and somebody else. So we did that a little bit last year with, I did, I think I think I did 2 episodes with Heidi, and I did 2 or 3 episodes with Isaac. And that's what I would kind of consider the stand-in co-host episode. Um, and I was doing that a lot last year to proactively help Becca out, as well as, hey, there's some topics that I know Heidi's willing to give me some time to focus on talking about this topic, or Isaac's willing to talk about this topic a little more than Becca has historically been interested in. So it's not, it's nice to have some opportunities to chat with some different folks. So um, they've been great at doing that. So it may be Heidi, it may be Isaac, it may be somebody else, but uh, they'll probably be a familiar voice that you've heard on the podcast before, and we always enjoy their insights. So
Or I'm petitioning for Taylor and me to do one.
yeah, I'll leave that to you. You and Taylor can figure that out.
We would have the most unhinged episode ever. Maybe we could get Sophie on. Oh,
Leave it to you. You
I
figure it
would
out.
love that. Okay, I'll try.
Just make sure that it's valuable to the listeners and it's not just a shoot the shit episode.
Everything's valuable to listeners. I don't know what you're talking about.
No comment.
Anything that Sophie says will be valuable to anybody.
And then the last thing in the list is we will likely have a replay episode during that season as well. And that will be selected with intention. So it could be with this one being between March and May, we might do a replay episode of NCICA related things that we've talked about in the past.
Or
And
taxes.
taxes, that might be good with tax season. And, we'll do a little intro beforehand, like, hey, this is why we picked this. This is what we're, you know, looking forward to sharing about in this episode. And then maybe we'll do a little, if there's anything that changed at the end of advice or something that we would maybe say differently at the end, we might mention that as well. So yeah, that's generally the mixture we're looking at for the seasons. Be a lot more structured. There'll still be some, you know, flexibility within those releases of how we do the order of operations with releasing each of those seasons, but generally they're going to fall within those months and we're going to have about 8 to 10 episodes. We'll still have some sponsors. We kind of we picked this time of year because we basically finished the last of our sponsor commitments for 2025 and we're kind of at a good spot to start those conversations again with sponsors, and it gave us a good um, period to like, hey, let them know this is what we're thinking, and hopefully we'll be bringing some back that we've had historically, and then maybe adding a new one or new ones. We'll see, but
Hmm.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that's the general gist. I think the episodes, about 52 episodes, is what we've done historically. 52
Hmm.
weeks a year, and we're probably looking at somewhere between, I would say, about 28 to 32 episodes, something like that.
God
That in,
damn.
that'll include January that we are just finishing up. But yeah, that's a big shift. That's a lot fewer
Love
episodes.
it. Guys, we're working smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Did I tell? So I told you what our episode record. Do you remember the breakdown of the different categories of what we recorded last year? Of like what formats we did last year? Do you remember that?
Mm.
I'll read them off.
It was
So
like, it wasn't like 70% was you and me.
yeah, so I broke these up by category and it kind of fits with what our, breakdown is for this year of what we're going to include per season. So 32 of the 52 episodes were of you and me. So that's 62%.
Yeah,
I can't believe it was that many episodes, but whew, that's a lot.
it's a lot.
And then we had 9 interview episodes. So that's still a good chunk. 9 of 52, so it was about 17%. And then we had 5 that were stand-in co-host. So that was with Isaac or Heidi. We had 3 book club episodes, and we had 3 replay episodes.
Okay.
So pretty good breakdown. But I mean, generally, looking at this, it pretty much everything pretty much falls in line with what we're planning to do. It's just a big shift in the you and me episodes in the quantity. So 9 interviews. If we have 3 interviews per season, still about, 9 for the year. 5 stand-in ones. That's about pretty even. 3 book club, 3 replay. Yeah. So I mean, basically cutting the you and me episodes in half or more than in
Yeah.
half. And, should hopefully improve the energy level, the quality, and we'll see how that shakes out. I know a lot of the other podcasts out there have the kind of season format, so we're trying it out. I wouldn't say necessarily I'm like, oh, I wish I would have, I don't know. we'll see how it goes, and I'll be like, I wish I would have done this sooner, or it's just like, oh, just feels like a weight off or something because you're like, oh, this is what it feels like to not do this every week. But
Mm. Yeah, but we still have a schedule. That was the one thing that I told Ryan that we had to have is that if we're going to do this, it has to be a schedule of sorts. And because I won't do it if it's not a schedule, I'll just like clearly not do it. It's just,
yeah, it's got to be proactive.
yeah,
Okay, this is what we're looking at for releases. Okay, when do we need to record those episodes? We'll be a couple weeks out. Something comes up. I get sick for a week. I go on a trip for a week, whatever it may be. There's other
yeah,
commitments that come up, or I'm doing a bunch of shows and I want to focus on making. We can play around there. So,
for sure. Hmm.
yeah, but that's the
Amazing.
gist. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Um, okay, I have to tell you about this book that I'm reading.
Is
Really
it the
good
book that
segue,
you
obviously.
is it the book that you were thinking about already for the
No,
next your book club suggestion, or is it's something different? Okay.
no, it's something different, but it is art related.
Mm, okay.
Okay. Uh, I don't know if anybody else reads books like I do, but I read almost exclusively nonfiction books. And I'm not talking about business books. Uh, so I saw this list of like the best nonfiction books of this year or whatever. The Art Thief.
The Art Thief.
It's about a man in France who stole the most art. Like he pulled off the biggest art theft of all time in the 2000s. He
By
stole
Michael Finkel.
by Michael Finkel. He stole almost $2 billion worth of art. And what makes this special is that he didn't sell a single thing.
So he just stole it for the act of stealing it.
He stole it because he loved art. And so he would take it and then he would put it in his like this yeah, in his mom's house and like
So
she
he was
didn't
just a hoarder. He was a thief and a hoarder,
yes.
an art
And
hoarder.
and what's cool about this book is that it's written like a fiction book. So it's written like a story and
Mm-hmm.
it has a timeline. And it was fascinating. It was so good. And then this isn't, I don't recommend you reading this next book necessarily yet because I haven't finished it. But then I went directly into reading a book called White Trash 400 Years of uh, White American History and Classism. So, yep, yep. I don't know if
Okay.
I don't know if people read books like I do, but like I don't know anybody that's my age
That one is by
that
Nancy
reads,
Eisenberg. That one's a
and it
15
is really good so
hour
far.
15 hour audiobook.
It's really good so far.
That's too
It's
long for
essentially
me.
talking about how the United States was founded with the idea of indentured slavery and like a lower like a peasant class system and how essentially like Europe was like, please leave. Like they like took all of the like really poor people in Europe and basically sent them to America so that they would be out of Europe. And and because what did America need? They needed workers. And so they came here and so I don't know if people actually know that like obviously there were black slaves, which is terrible, horrible. This is on top of that, right? There were also white slaves and they were just called quote unquote indentured servants. And so they would pay for their way over to America and then they would also like sell off wives and sell children, like children who were indentured servants, they would be contracted until they were 24 years old. Um and they would treat them just like slaves. So uh anyway, the America has some really fucked up history. So
Yeah, I will not be reading that book.
it's so fascinating though. Like I think we should know what our history is, you know?
Maybe I'm just not to my history phase of.
Not to your old man history phase yet.
Yeah,
You'll get there.
I'm not there yet.
You'll get there.
I'm more I'm more into reading other audiobooks, but um
Anyway, The Art Thief, very good, and also the author is or the narrator is like I can't remember who it is, but it's fucking phenomenal. He's a
yeah,
great narrator. So,
nice. Yeah, I've still been listening to more like business related, money related ones, which I'm like,
mm,
I don't know what. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty solid with like knowing what I'm doing and doing, but I also want to listen to it because ooh, okay. Is there like a tidbit? Is there something that I'm not optimizing fully? Is there something that I'm missing out on that's like a secret that I don't know yet? But it's like, oh, okay,
oh,
that's fine.
have you heard of Wonder Drug?
I saved that actually. I think you told me about that the last
Okay,
time.
yeah. The president of Speedball told me about that.
Yeah, it's not on audiobook that I found, but I found the.
I found it.
Oh, I see it. Okay. It oh, oh, it's not. I don't know. Okay, I do have it. I see it, but it's not on. It looks like it's like maybe coming to audiobook or something on this section, but
Okay, well maybe you just need a different library card, which I can send you. I'll just figure out which library it's on and send you the library card.
okay.
So,
But yeah,
anyway,
I have not listened to that
yeah.
one, but
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
definitely past my business book era.
I've been getting more into listening to audiobooks, which I think is good. I think getting away from trying to consume less just like entertainment things and well, I don't know. I mean, I'll still watch movies and things like that, but more instead of like podcasts for entertainment, like
Mm,
getting more into
education.
audiobooks or education. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely, I mean, I've always been in an education era, but I'm definitely like deep. And I think it almost feels like I've already read all the ones that I can read on science. So,
Yeah. Well, you were talking about that Project Hail Mary book last year, and I see that
s-
the movie's coming out soon, so I'm like,
so good.
I don't know. I just don't listen to audiobooks like those, but I'm curious if something like that would spark interest. But
You
I
can
don't know.
sign if you want, you can sign into my Audible account and listen to it.
I mean, I see it on I think it's on
No, it's not.
Libby. It's not?
Uh-uh. It's Audible only.
Oh, I'll probably just wait for the movie then.
No,
I'm
no.
not that into it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Ooh, I
Well,
see the Spanish one is on audio on Libby.
I definitely did download that first.
18
Um,
hours. Okay, that's a little long, but hmm.
I was driving to Pennsylvania when I listened to that, and I literally like would have driven 10 hours more because I literally sat in my car and listened to the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. It starts off a little slow, but once you get into it, you're like, what? Yeah.
Okay. If it's anything like The Martian the movie, of like I love the way that movie is. If it's like that kind of storyline, I feel like I
Yeah.
would like it.
It's very science heavy, very funny. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, it's good. It's the same author, obviously. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we should have some good interesting book club selections this year. We'll see what comes about, but
yeah.
and
Cool.
we'll see how that goes. But looking forward to the year. I am optimistic about timing, not feeling overwhelmed, making space for you to figure out your hand situation after recover like surgery and recovering and finding a new like making normal for you. And then,
Yeah.
I've got some other big projects that we'll see. We're still waiting on that I did not announce at the end of last year, but it will come. Hopefully I have an announcement by the time we come back to recording. But
If you build it, they will come, Ryan.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for sticking with us and enjoy the month of February off. I hope I see some of you folks at NCCA. We will be checking back in with you before NCCA is here, but I will be there. Becca is staying in North Carolina, but
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. ClayCon West was a good time. It was good to reconnect with some people, get some time to chat and focus, get reinvigorated for the year coming back, and I think we'll have something similar coming back from NCCA. But
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to it.
Cool.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to another episode of Wheel Talk. This podcast is made possible through the contributions of all of our listeners who always ask us great questions, leave us reviews, and contact with us through social media. Thanks to all the fellow makers as well who take time to be interviewed and share about their lives and businesses.
And thank you to Ashley from Boldover Ceramics and Lindy from Lindy Garner Ceramics for their assistance on the Whale Talk Podcast Instagram. You are invaluable. Thank you to everybody.